I mean, it looks just like a house. You wouldn't notice it. You think it, you see it out of the corner of your eye, but you just drive on. It's just another house.
What would happen if I were to walk through that front door right now?
You'd probably run into a brick wall.
At 3215 Wade Avenue, about 15 minutes from downtown Raleigh, North Carolina, there's a house, or what looks like a house. It's in a residential neighborhood. There's some decorative plants in the yard. The owner just put on a brand new roof recently. But if you look a little closer, it becomes clear. This house is not a home.
If you look close at the windows, you can tell they're blank. They're actually blocked back behind the windows. Windows are just a disguise to give the house, a house appearance. And then you can tell that part of the ventilation system is built into the roof on this porch here. We've got lights on either side of the door, but they're just for decoration.
What would happen if you were to put a key in the door?
The key, there's not. Looks like the keys or something's been put in there where you can't put a key into the door. These are locked. I mean, it looks like it's one solid door.
And around back, the story's basically the same. Fake windows, a pretty standard AC unit.
What you typically don't have, this is actually diesel fuel tank for the supply for the generator.
Now, I know what you're thinking because I also have a Netflix account. Nuclear missile silo, meth lab, Cold War bunker. No, too easy. Ladies and gentlemen, the City of Raleigh Public Utilities Water Booster Pump Station.
We've got 3 pumps in this pump station. They're different sizes, but they're basically used to maintain water pressure during the day.
Basically, in order to keep the city's water pushing forward instead of backwards, uphill instead of downhill, you need booster pump stations like this. It's like that contraption on a Hot Wheels track that launches your cars through the loop-de-loops, only it's for your tap water. At max capacity, the station can pump 45 million gallons of water a day. That's enough water for a nice, high-pressure, 17-year-long shower.
So, where exactly would the front door be in this house?
The front door would probably be in front of that column right there, right behind that ductwork, behind that column.
There's a crane built into the ceiling. It can be controlled remotely using antennas outside. All in all, the city has about 20 pump stations. But Wade Avenue is the only one that looks like a house. Why? Back in the late 70s, the city knew this would be the most convenient location for the pumps. But it was in a neighborhood. There was a church next door, and the congregation was worried about the sound disrupting their services. Plus, it's kind of ugly. So, as a courtesy, the city helped it blend in. But what's amazing about this decision, some 30 years ago, to make the pump station look like a house, it's had some totally unforeseen and totally beneficial consequences.
To my knowledge, we have not had any vandalism around this pump station, and it might have something to do with the traffic on the road or the location. A lot of pump stations are in a remote area, and which tend to interest folks, more than an area like this.
This is no small point. If you notice, the house doesn't have a driveway, doesn't have a mailbox. Those are the kinds of things that imply people are welcome to stop by, and frankly, the city doesn't want people to stop by. That's something no city wants.
City of Virginia Beach, there are raw water pump stations located at Lake Gaston, and this looks like a big lake house. So I'm sure there's other places in the United States that are made to blend in to their surroundings.
These pump stations dot the landscape of America. They're in Tampa, Florida, and Janesville, Wisconsin. In fact, the oldest ornamental water tower and pump station in the country are located in Louisville, Kentucky, and they are disguised in Greek architecture. And it's not just pump stations. There are electrical substations behind the facade of an office building, cell towers dressed up like cacti in the desert. When you think of the things the government typically tries to hide, the nuclear silos and the bomb shelters, of course you want to keep those out of the public eye. but the lengths to which the government will go to hide the infrastructure we genuinely could not live without, the water in our sinks, the electricity in our walls, that's really something else. And maybe it is just to keep the criminals and vandals away. Or maybe it's something much simpler.
Just this is the right thing to do.
It's kind of nice to think that governments all across the country are being creative, rather than just convenient. And whether by design or accident, some of it we'll never notice, probably to our own benefit.